What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time touching down on this channel, welcome to Small Feet Big Heat. We talk sneakers, we talk streetwear, and everything in between. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be doing something that I've never done on this channel, and that is a fact video or a kind of Q&A. Ever since I put out my 2 cook group videos, I've gotten flooded with questions about cook groups, both in the comment section underneath those videos as well as my Instagram DMs. So I figured put all of the most asked questions together. I pulled about 15 questions and I'll answer them on camera instead of trying to reply to everyone individually. First things first, before we get into these questions, I do want to make it clear that I am not calling myself a cook group expert or a cook group guru by any means. Anyone who gets in front of a camera and tells you that they know absolutely everything about cook groups, Coppin sneakers, Coppin Supreme, bots, they just know absolutely everything and they know what's best for you is an absolute liar. Purchasing items, whether it be sneakers, clothing, Funko Pops, if you're purchasing items to resell on the internet, it has changed drastically over the last couple of years and it will continue to change. So no one can be an expert in this kind of internet landscape of reselling. It's just not possible. No one can even be an expert in terms of going to pick sneakers up in a mall. We've seen the introduction of the Flex app. That changed things up for people, and things will continue to change because these companies are not stupid. They will continue to implement things to try and get their product into the hands of people who actually want it instead of people who are going to try and resell it. Okay, now that I've said that, we can go ahead and jump into question number 1. Question number 1, what is a cook group and what is the purpose of joining one? At a very basic level, a cook group is a group of people who have gotten together to share information, to try and make the purchase of items simpler. Now, whether or not they're purchasing those items to resell or they're purchasing those items for the personal, it's completely up to the individual. There are plenty of people who join cook groups because they want to purchase things for the personal. They're tired of taking L's, and so they want to join a cook group, get a little bit of access to that early information so that they have a better chance at copping the sneakers that they want or the Supreme that they want, whatever it may be. Then you also have the people who join cook groups to make money. There are so many ways to make money in cook groups that do not involve sneakers. Of course, you have sneakers to resell, but you also have Funko Pops, fantasy sports. There are so many different ways to earn money in a cook group. You can start a reselling business. I know a lot of you are interested in starting your own reselling business, whether it be clothing or sneakers, but aside from that, there are a lot of different ways to make money in a cook group that do not involve streetwear. I also want to say, while we're on this question, that there are some cook groups whose focus is on sneakers. There are also some cook groups who focus on Supreme. And then you have your cook groups who try to be a jack of all trades, and it's everything under the sun. And that's why I say no one person can be an expert on everything that is out there. Cook groups are usually hosted on a server on either Discord or Slack, which is why sometimes you'll hear people refer to a cook group as a Discord. Question number 2. Why don't I name the cook groups that I have been in and the cook groups that I'm currently in? The reason why I don't drop cook group names is because the names don't matter. Cook groups change owners, staff, monitors, rules and policies all the time depending on what's going on in the market and depending on what's going on in the group. There have been plenty of stories about cook groups who were on top of the world. Their members were having so much success, and it comes out that one person in the group got greedy and started scamming people. I'm never going to get in front of this camera and give any group my stamp of approval or attach my name to any one group because you never know what's going to happen. At the end of the day, these groups are run by people and people have faults. The purpose of this video and the other 2 videos are to let you know what's going on in these cook groups, to let you know what's out there and available to you, all of the features and the benefits, so that you can figure out whether or not a cook group is good for you and will benefit you or your business. Question number 3 is not really a question, it's more of a concern, but it's one that I saw a lot underneath the comments as well as in my DM, and that's I want to join a cook group, but I can't afford one. First off, I want to say cook groups range in price. They have cook groups that start at $10 all the way up to $60. I even seen cook groups that go up to as far as $150. Whatever your budget is, all you have to do is look at some of these cook groups, match up your needs and what you are looking for in a cook group, what you want them to provide for you, which you can find out in my $10 versus $50 cook group video. Once you have that information and you know what you need from these groups, you can then take that information and apply it to the groups that are in your price range so that you can filter out all the ones that are not going to benefit you, and you'll find one that is in your price range and offers you what you need. But the most important thing I have to say about this concern, and it is the most important thing, so please listen up, a cook group should pay for itself. Once you have that initial payment of $10 or $60, whatever the fee is, and you're in that group, you should have so many opportunities offered to you to make that money back. Now, whether or not you take those opportunities are completely up to you. The individual has to put in the work. But if your cook group was $60, you should definitely have opportunities offered to you while you are in that group to make your $60 back, as well as pay for next month. And that's what I mean, the cook group should pay for itself. If you're not trying to resell stuff, that's okay. This next point is for you. If you joined a cook group to buy items for your personal, let's say a pair of sneakers, if an Air Jordan 1 comes up and that sneaker is $170 and you're able to get it at $170 because of the information offered to you in your cook group, then you did just save money, because you didn't have to go to the third market and spend whatever you would have spent. So maybe you would have spent $210. Maybe you would have spent $325. It all depends on the sneaker, but it saved you money. And now that money can go towards paying off this month of the cook group as well as next month. So if it's not saving you money or making you money, one, maybe you need to look at what you're doing, because it is on the individual to take advantage of those opportunities, or two, you're not in the right group. Number 4, can you just tell me what cook group to join? The simple answer is no. And that's not because I don't want to, it's because I can't. Cook groups affect everybody differently. Person A and person B can be in the same cook group. If they're not putting in the same work, they won't get the same results. Also, person A and person B are going to have completely different circumstances. They're going to have completely different needs out of what they want from this cook group. Everyone is different. Every case is individual. I cannot just tell you what cook group to join. And honestly, that's not the way that life works. That's why I put out those 3 videos, to offer up all of the information on cook groups so that you can go ahead and make an educated decision on what cook group you want to join. There has to be a match between your needs and what the cook group has to offer. Question number 5. Is there such a thing as cook group scams? The answer is yes. There are plenty of stories of administration scamming members, and there's even more stories of members scamming other members inside of a cook group. If you think that somebody is coming to you with a deal that is too good to be true, or it's operating in a gray area that you really shouldn't be doing a deal in, then don't do it. Practice the everyday rules of the internet. If you want to do it outside your group, don't do it inside your group. Now, one scam surrounding cook groups that I really wanted to make sure I talked about in this video is, let's say that you're trying to get into a cook group that's sold out and the cook group is $50 a membership. Now, someone comes to you and says, hey, I know you're trying to get into this group. You're looking for a membership. You're trying to find out how to get in. I'm going to charge you $150. I have a membership I never activated. You can have it for $150. This happens all the time, and there are some honest people out there who get a membership to a cook group and they never activate it. But what happens a lot more of the time is that someone is trying to get one over on you, and once you PayPal them that money, you Cash App them that money, they're going to block you on everything because you didn't do your due diligence. There are plenty of ways to check out a deal before you just go ahead and hand over your money. The first one is using a middleman service like Bot Broker. They have a lot of cook groups on there that you can check out. Another thing you can do is ask this person for references. And the same goes with deals when you're already in your cook group. Make sure that you're doing your due diligence and you should be fine. Question number 6. I'm trying to become a reseller. Will a cook group help me start my business? The truth of the matter is that only you can start or expand your business. A cook group can only offer you the opportunities, the guidance, and the tools that you need to make yourself successful. If you don't take advantage of them once you're inside the cook group, that's completely up to you. If you're not going to take advantage of what the cook group has to offer, then you're wasting your money and you're adding another expense to your business. People have these grand expectations of what a cook group is going to do for them, and let me tell you, it's really the work that you put in, that's what you get out. You can join a cook group in May. If you don't take advantage of the one-on-one support, if you don't take advantage of the free tools and the opportunities that come up in that first month, when June comes around and your copying skills are not better, you're not getting items for the personal or to resell, whatever your purpose in this group is, it's not working out because you're not putting in the effort. Now, for those of you who are going to join a cook group and actually do the work, put in the work, I will say that the guidance from people who have done this before you and know bots really well, and they know the landscape of selling sneakers online on different platforms really well, all of that guidance will definitely help you and your business. Question number 7. Can I join multiple cook groups? Yes, you can join multiple cook groups. If you look on YouTube, some of the best botters are a part of multiple groups. They don't just have one group. Now, what I will say, if you are someone who is trying to cop for the personal, or someone who is just doing this part-time, trying to earn a little bit of money, joining a lot of groups, the price is going to stack up very fast. If you join 2 groups at $60, now you're paying $120 a month. That's pretty expensive. That's the price of a shoe that you could have bought for your personal collection, or that you could have bought to resell. Because if you have one group for monitors, one group because you like that vibe, you like that family aspect, now you're spending a lot of money instead of just finding all of those things in one group. Now, on the other hand, let's say slots are something that's really important to you in a cook group. You don't run a bot, and so it's really important that you have slots so that you can at least hit on something, so that you can resell. Or if you want Supreme for the personal, slots really come in clutch. If you're trying to resell sneakers, or you want a sneaker for the personal but the drop is really hype, a slot can really help you out. But let's say your cook group doesn't allow slots. They don't do that. They think it's a gray area, and so they don't allow members to run slots. That may be an instance where, even though you really like your group and they have everything else that you want, you might need to find a group that allows for slots. So it's really up to you, but no, there is no concrete rule that you cannot join multiple groups. Question number 8. I am from blank place, can I still join a cook group? A lot of you asked this question. It was, hey, I'm from Europe, hey, I'm from the UK, hey, I'm from Africa, I'm from this place, that place, and the third. Yes, you can still join a cook group. On cook group websites, it will tell you what region is supported and also what languages are spoken in that cook group. Yes, they have cook groups that actually speak multiple languages. So that is a great opportunity for those of you who English may not be your first languages. You can still join a cook group, okay? Regardless of where you're from in the world, there are cook groups that support that region. Question number 9. Should I buy a bot or join a cook group first? I always recommend joining a cook group first, because you can do a lot and cop a lot of stuff, whether it be to resell or the personal. Just as a manual user, a cook group can take you very, very far. However, I know a lot of people, they just want to level up. They're tired of being manual and they want to try out a bot. They want to see if it'll work for them, and that's completely okay. But I still do recommend joining a cook group first. When you buy a bot, it usually does come with a Discord, but this Discord is mainly for the support and your success with that particular bot. But when you have a cook group, there are multiple staff members who know their way around a lot of different bots that can help you out regardless of what bot you have. Also, a cook group can come in clutch when it comes to deciding what bot you want to buy. Of course, bots are always going to root for their team, but a cook group can give you an unbiased standpoint of which bot will work best for you in your budget. Question number 10. Are Discord and Slack safe? Discord and Slack have security issues just like your email account. Don't click on any links that look suspicious. Don't click on any links from users you don't know or links outside of your cook group. You know, follow the basic common sense rules of the internet. Of course, don't give out your password to anyone. Just be smart and play it safe. Question number 11. Can I get you into a good cook group? I've said multiple times in this video, but I'm going to say it again. Cook groups are not one size fits all. What works for me may not work for you. Also, everybody's situation is different. I don't know what financial responsibilities you have. Maybe you pay rent. Maybe you have kids. Maybe you have a car note to pay off. There are so many different financial responsibilities that people have. It would be ignorant of me to just say, hey, yeah, come and join this group, use my referral code, and then you not get anything out of it, or even worse, you lose money. That just wouldn't be responsible, and that's not something that I'm trying to do. I'm not looking to take advantage of anyone to boost my referrals or my referral points by bringing people into my cook group. That's just not something that I want to do. I want my videos to be unbiased and honest. Question number 12. My budget is X amount. Should I join a cook group? So this is the great thing about cook groups that offer more than just sneakers and Supreme. There's all types of different flips within a cook group. There's fantasy sports, there's Funko Pops, there's different art prints that you can buy and try and make money on. There's all types of different opportunities for you to make money in that 1 month that you decide to join. And that is why, even if you have a budget of, let's say, $60, once you pay your cook group membership fee, you can take advantage of those smaller flips to turn your $60 into $120 and then you have $170 soon, and now you know you're flipping sneakers. So you just have to build up your capital, and if that means starting off with smaller flips, then go ahead and do that. If you're someone who tries to cop pieces for the personal, think about two things. If you work that cook group into your budget and you're able to buy sneakers at retail, you're saving a lot more money just paying that $60 every month, regardless of how many sneakers you're buying at retail, than if you were to go out and buy those same sneakers resell them out. But we don't always get sneakers for retail, right? You can be in a cook group and still take an L. That's completely possible. So for example, you want to cop the women's Air Jordan Off-White 4 that just came out. That sneaker is going for about $1,000. You can use the flip opportunities inside your group to offset the cost of that shoe if you really want to buy it. Question number 13. I joined a cook group and I'm still taking L's. What now? Once you're in, you have to put in the work. So it's on you to read the guides and learn how to jig your address, learn how to bypass a queue, learn how to make multiple accounts on the sneakers app so that you have multiple chances to hit on a sneaker, learn how to get more entries in on Finish Line and Foot Locker and places like that. All of that is a learning process, and you're either going to learn it by reading the guides inside your cook group or by reaching out and getting the one-on-one support that you need. Either way, you have to take that first step. After a release, if you take an L, instead of going to sit salty in a corner, how about you look at the successful setups of other members? If you're a bot user or if you're a manual user, find out what works for other manual users in the group. Keep improving. So if you joined a cook group and you are still taking L's, ask yourself first, am I putting in the work to get the most out of this group? And if you really believe that you are, then maybe you can start thinking that it's the group and you need to find a new one. Question number 14. Why does my cook group keep promoting bricks? Most cook groups have a channel called Brick Flips or Low Key Flips in the group, and I think that's what a lot of you were asking about when you asked this question. And they're doing it because not every sneaker is a Chunky Dunky. Not every sneaker is a Union LA 1. Not every sneaker is an Off-White 1. Those sneakers are very hard to get, but they sell for very high amounts. Your chances of getting one of those hype, super limited, very rare shoes that end up selling for really well is a lot slimmer, even with a cook group, than flipping an Air Max or a Yeezy or a general release Jordan 1 for only $40 or $50 over retail. That might be good money to some people, especially if you can get multiple pairs. That $50 to that person versus the $1,000 to the Chunky Dunky person is individual, okay? That $50 might not be worth it to some people. $20 might not be worth it to some people. The amount of profit that you get from a brick varies. The $20 that's worth it to one person may be lunch money to another person and they're gonna pass. The word brick is very subjective unless you buy something at retail and the price is plummeting beyond retail. Now it's lower than retail. That's an absolute brick. Otherwise, it's really case-by-case basis. If you still have questions or concerns surrounding cook groups, feel free to drop them down below in the comment section of this video or hit me up in my Instagram DMs. My Instagram is always linked in the description of the video. If you enjoyed today's video, remember to like, comment, subscribe, show a small YouTuber some love. It really helps out the channel, and I will check you all in the next one.